Hi guys, it's me, Jeannie, the Witch of Boise, and I'm here to do your monthly tarot forecast for November 2022. So before I begin, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below, tell me if there's a specific date that you are looking for, or if any of this resonates. This is also a perfect time to bookmark this video so you can come back to it and see each day. Also, if you don't want to do that, you can go over to my Instagram. That is where I'm also most active. My Instagram handle is Witch of Boise, all one word. And I do a card of the day every single day. So this is how I get those. So if you're ever curious, this is how it happens. But you can see those readings with the cards that are chosen today on the Witch of Boise in those Instagram stories. All right, so this is a general reading, and it's for the collective. If you want your own personalized monthly tarot forecast, I am also doing a limited time only the yearly tarot forecast for 2023. Go check out, or if you just want to do a tarot reading, go check out my website, witchofboise.com, to book today. I do have to say that through November and December, slots and booking times are extremely limited. So you need to get those bookings in if you're wanting to get a reading done by me in 2022. All right, so it looks like November. Also, just so you're aware, I have my calendar right over here. So we do have 5 weeks in November. So we're going to cut this deck into 5s. But I'm going to just put this down right here for right now. And let's kind of go over what the Collective's 2022 card is, as well as the Collective's November 2022 card is. And these are going to be underlining energies as well that are happening during this month. So for the year, if you also wanted to see the different cards that were throughout 2022, just go to my YouTube channel and find the yearly tarot forecast for the collective for 2022. And this is where I chose the year card as well as the month cards. So for the collective, the 2022 card is Strength, which is a really beautiful energy of strength and courage, but it's a duality card as well. So for some of the collective, this can be that you do have the strength and courage to overcome anything, any obstacle that comes your way. For the other side of the collective, this is gathering that strength and courage that you might not even think that you have. So it's having to pull that strength, while the other part of the collective is very, very confident and has all of that strength and courage right over available. So that's where that kind of duality energy that's happening. So for November 2022, we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is a very interesting card. This is the burden card. This is an energy of feeling like you have to do everything alone. You don't ask for help, because if you do, it's not done right, or it's not even done. So it's kind of like carrying a lot of burden and having to do it all yourself. And just by looking at this card in the traditional deck, it's this person that is holding 10 wands in a bundle trying to go somewhere, and it looks really difficult to get all of that and to where they're going, where their destination is. So it's just kind of keeping that in mind, where that's going to be the overall energy that's happening for the collective in November 2022. So let's get our tarot deck. So I'm just doing a quick shuffle. Any flying cards that kind of fly out, we are not going to take those. If the message is meant for you, it will come back. If not, then it's just hanging out, So we're going to cut this deck into 5 piles. Just trying to get this all organized. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, and then I have like a discard pile. Okay. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm kind of paranoid because last month when I did this, I I went like the whole reading only having 6 days. I don't know how that happened, but it did. It was so embarrassing. So I'm a little bit paranoid on it. Anyways, let's begin. So November 1st, and this is going to be on Tuesday, 2022, we have the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is a teamwork card. This is something where you are gathering information and help from other individuals. And so it's really interesting that we have that 10 of Wands as this underlining energy that's happening. So that could also be something where maybe someone's not pulling their weight, or you're not taking advice or suggestions. And I think this is a really important time to be open to that. Even if it is a little bit of a criticism, you want to be open to receiving it because it's actually information that you can use to implement what your goal is. So if someone's kind of like not necessarily dissing it, but they're giving you constructive criticism, take it because it's going to really help you in the long run. All right, then we have Wednesday, November 2nd. It's going to be the Ace of Swords. So this is going to be a really great day to communicate. So perhaps something will happen where can't let it slide. You have to make sure that you are communicating very, very clearly and directly. This is not something that you're going to sweep under the rug or should sweep under the rug. And this is also not, it's cutting through the bullshit. It's very much that if you're trying to get to the truth and honesty of things, you're going to be direct. And that's just kind of, it can come off a little bit asshole-ish, but like this is just that energy of like, I need to get to the point and we are not going to dance around it. It's very much cut and dry. All right, then we have Thursday, November 3rd. It's the sun, which is really beautiful because this is also my late grandfather's birthday. So this just makes me really smile where it's a really good energy that's happening. And this is the first major arcana of November. So the sun is like one of the most positive cards. It's one of my favorite cards, top 5 favorite cards. It's just like nothing can pull you down. It's one of those things where it just feels like a beautiful summer day where you're just enjoying it and you have no worries in the world and it's just positive energy. So the thing is with tarot, there's good and bad and any sort of card, even the sun. And so this is also a time to really be watching yourself for burnout. If you are completely finding yourself burnt out on things, this is when you need to actually correct it. But just keep in mind that nothing can tear you down and keep in a positive and higher vibration on the 3rd. All right, then we have Friday, November 4th, and that's going to be the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is moving past. It's moving forward from the past or moving away from a past pattern or situation. And this is emotionally as well. So you've done a lot of work and you've gotten to past a certain point and you're just not going to turn back to it. You're over it. So it's just about moving forward. All right, then we have Saturday, November 5th. And that's going to be the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is an energetic exchange. So there is giving and receiving. If you have found yourself that you are constantly giving, it's time to be open to that receiving during this day. On the opposite, if you have been like really, really lucky and have been receiving a lot of different things, receiving money, receiving help, receiving all of this, it's time to give back. So you need to really open up that energetic exchange so then it can keep coming back to you. All right, so really kind of an interesting energy that's happening this first week of November. It's just really much like saying it straight, getting, communicating very clearly. There's positive energy, especially with that major arcana, and moving away from the past, which is great. Okay, so we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, so for the second week of November, we have Sunday, November 6th. And this is our first major arcana of the second week. And it is, on this deck, it's the shadow side. In traditional tarot, this is the Devil card. So the Devil card is a very interesting energy. How do I say this? It's not necessarily great energy, but the positives and negatives. So the positives is that if you have found yourself being very, very selfless, and this can be also going back to that energetic exchange as well, where you've been giving and giving and being very, very selfless with your time, your resources, all of that. It's time to be selfish. And the only questioning, or the only thing that kind of prompts this, though, is that you want to make sure that you aren't going so selfish that you're going to stop that energetic exchange. Now, for a lot of the Devil energy is it can be obsessions, it can be addictions, it's bad habits, things that are chaining you back from actually going to your full potential. So it's really a good time during this during the 6th to really see what's holding you back. And this can be like spending habits. This can be overindulgence of alcohol, sweets, things that are just going to lower your vibration. And it's just holding you back from what you're wanting your life to be or what your goals are. This can also be like codependent or like toxic relationships, whether that be friendships, that can be like coworkers, that can be romantic partners, things like that. So it's just being very, very aware that that is happening and trying to correct it as well. Get that, get unchained from it. And I keep saying chained because in traditional tarot, if you see the traditional artwork, it has what some people say are the lovers chained to the devil himself. So they're chained to him. So you just have to release those chains in order to move forward. All right, then we have Monday, November 7th, and that's going to be the Emperor. Really cool energy too. So the fact that they're side by side is great because it's going to be major days for you. Shouldn't say great, but for major arcanas, I mean, it's going to be pretty intense. So the Emperor, I think you're going to get out of this devil energy because of the Emperor. The Emperor is really about taking charge and leadership and being fair, honest, and just. So it's taking care of the people that are in your life. It's taking charge of your life and being responsible at it. And it's kind of also a time to really prompt yourself on what kind of leadership role are you doing? Is it something where you are showing yourself and proving that you are a really good leader? Or are you more of a dictatorship and not listening to other people? And this is kind of where that 10 of Wands might be coming in as well, where maybe you have the mindset, it's my way or the highway and no compromise. So it's kind of keeping that in mind, and that can be also linked to that devil energy that's happening on Sunday as well. So it's just kind of keeping in mind of your leadership skills. And you might even prove to yourself that day and show yourself on how of a leader, what type of leader are you in your life. All right, then we have Tuesday, November 8th. And that's going to be the Two of Cups. Really beautiful energy. This is like a card that you would want in a love reading. It's like a soulmate card, but this is also about partnership. And it's about balancing your feminine and masculine side of yourself. But this is just a really beautiful balance of energies where it's celebrating partnership, whether that be romantic, but it can be friendship, it can be coworkers, it can be different business partners, that kind of thing. And it's celebrating those partnerships on where you have gone with them. So how far have you been able to grow and transform with the help of this partnership? Now, this is also for some of the collective, it's going to be maybe if you already are in a relationship, going to the next level into a relationship, but this can also be getting into the steps of getting into a relationship. But this is also that, like I said before, the feminine and masculine, and understanding and seeing that unity that's happening within yourself. So it's a really beautiful energetic card where you're just celebrating different parts, like the masculine and feminine. It's just beautiful, beautiful. All right, so then we have November 9th, which is on a Wednesday. We have the Lovers card. So very interesting because it's love. It's partnerships. This is going to be going into Tuesday with the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is also about decisions and choices. So it is making a decision, making a choice where the universe is offering you a opportunity. And it's, are you going to take it or are you going to leave it? So this can definitely be that romantic, the Lovers kind of energy, which I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. So I'm always like, yes, I love love. But at the same time, this can also be a choice or decision that you are going to have to make. And it's your own free will. So it's just keeping that in mind. All right, then we have Thursday, November 10th. And that's a Six of Swords. Really beautiful energy. This is moving forward out of turbulent waters. It's really recognizing that you're wanting peace and you're wanting tranquility. And you, especially in your mind, are headed towards a calmer, more peaceful time. Now, this is also the time, too, to recognize and realize with these choices that you're not going to be turning around to going back to the chaos, back to the turbulence, because peace and being peaceful can sometimes be really, really boring. And you might feel like bored with it. So it's like dragging the drama back and turning around. So just keep that in mind when you are on that path where I'm done with the drama and blah, blah, blah. Well, just keep that in mind. It might start to get boring. Don't revert if you don't want that back into your life. All right, then we have Friday, November 11th. And that's going to be the Three of Wands. So this is something where you have been really working hard. And it's usually like passion or career. So you've been putting your time in, really working on things. You have let it go. And so now you're waiting for it to come back. This is definite waiting energy. So instead of keeping and looking at the skyline or the horizon, waiting for the boats to come in, it's just understanding that you've let it go and it's going to come back. So don't just wait on it. Keep moving. Keep doing what you need to do. But definitely a waiting energy that's happening. All right, then we have Saturday, November 12th, and that's going to be the Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to be really stepping into our feminine energy. And also, this is a time where you might even be finding yourself making a little bit extra cash, extra money, or starting something that is of the earthly matters. So that's anything that you can smell, touch, taste, feel, hear, that kind of thing from the world, the earth. this can be like, and like what pops up into my mind is like cooking, where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to start cooking differently, or I'm going to start cooking something that I've never done before. It's that kind of thing where you're going to be doing something that you can touch, that you can taste or feel or whatever, but it's going to be really coming from your feminine energy. All right, now we have Sunday, November 13th, and that's going to be the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a standstill. So there's a situation or aspect that's happening in your life where you're not on the same page. Your heart and your mind are not on the same page. So it's a little difficult to proceed. So that's kind of where this like waiting energy is. So you need to really sit down and think about it and get on the same page in order to move forward from it. And that can be either picking one side or the other, or even doing like a compromise kind of deal. So I think the thing is too is don't go at it blind. You have the power to see this from different aspects and you'll be able to make a better choice. But I think for some of you, you're kind of it's not like pretending to be blind to it, but it's just like, I'd rather just be stuck instead of moving forward. It might be a fear-based thing. It might be something else, but it's taking the blindfolds off and really observing it and seeing for what it is. And I think once you do that, you'll be able to move which option, to decide which option to do in order to move forward. All right, then we have Monday, November 14th, and that's going to be the Nine of Cups. This is our wish card. So manifestations are going to be happening or starting to happen. It's a wish fulfillment card. Things are going to be really, really good, abundance. And it's also a card of be careful for what you wish for, because this is where it's going to actually come through. And when you do actually do these kind of manifestation or wishes, certain doors will start to close. And it might be something that you really didn't want it to leave, but in order for what you are wanting to come into your life, certain things have to exit. So it's just keeping that in mind with this wish card on Monday. All right, then Tuesday the 15th, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is really, really fast moving energy that's happening. It's just kind of a lot of times this is like left field news, like breaking news, or this can just be like really just fast paced day where just things are just getting thrown at you. So you just want to be sure that you're metaphorically light on your feet and you're ready to take on anything that comes your way. Wednesday, November 16th, excuse me, is the King of Wands. King of Wands is like you are at the top tier of your passion career. It's fiery, it's passionate. This is just like, it reminds me of like Hades kind of energy, where it's just really, really fiery, passionate, and it's also with your creativity as well. So you also just want to make sure that you watch your temper as well on this day, because you are feeling so passionate and so fiery about everything. And if someone looks at you the wrong way, you might just explode. So just keep that in mind and really channel that to your creative side as well. Then we have Thursday, the 17th, and that's going to be the King of Swords. So King of Swords is about communication, being direct, cutting through the bullshit, getting stuff done. There's no frills, like with the King of Wands. Very passionate, very sexy, very physical. The King of Swords is very cold, and he wants to get stuff done. This is also a time that you really need to watch your tone on Thursday because it does come off really kind of rude, maybe condescending, and just cold. But it's just about getting stuff done, being direct, and it's just no frills. There's nothing, this is what you get. Like, that's kind of like the energy of it, where it's just kind of like womp womp, especially if you're looking at this like in a partner kind of sense, that's kind of how I do with the court cards because of the people, I guess. And this is like the guy that would never give you flowers or like do anything like romantic at all. But his idea of romance is, oh, do you need to get your car's oil changed? I'll go do that. That's like his energy, where it's just getting stuff done. All right, then we have Friday, November 18th. And that's going to be the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles is about working towards your goal. So this can be also like an apprenticeship. This is something where you are trying to master a skill. And so it's just telling you to not give up. You might be getting to a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting burnt out, or whatever. But this is just a confirmation where it's like, just keep working, because you're almost to a point where you're going to actually start to see more success than you have been. So just keep on working towards those goals and keep working hard on it. All right, then we have Saturday, November 19th, and that's going to be the High Priestess. The High Priestess, this is our only major arcana for the 3rd week in November. The High Priestess is about intuition. This is also being in touch with the spirit world. So there's going to be messages or things that are going to be happening that are from the spirit world, where nothing is a coincidence. So just keep that in mind. This is also a time to be really in touch with your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it's not. Or if something feels so right, then it is. It's just really trusting that intuition, and don't second guess it or go against it, because it's going to really bite you in the butt. But you just want to make sure that you are trusting that intuition, as well as going with oh my God, as well as like trusting your intuition and being connected with the spirit world. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to speed through this. Again, go to Witch of Boise, all one word, on Instagram, and watch the cards of the day to get all of these readings. Okay, so for Sunday, November 20th, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And then for Monday, November 21st, is the 10 of Wands. So this is going to be something that is going to echo throughout the whole month. So this is going to just show that running theme. Just want to put that out there. And then for Tuesday, the 22nd, we have the Hermit. Wednesday, the 23rd, we have the 6 of Cups. Thursday, November 24th, we have Strength. So this is also a theme that's going to be happening in 2022. That's actually really, really cool that both of them are happening. So this is a really big week for the collective, for sure. And then we have Friday, the 25th, which is the Page of Pentacles. And then we have Saturday, the 26th, which is the Queen of Wands. And let me go through the next week, and then I'll try to get this done. We'll go back to it. But again, I'm running out of time, and I want to make sure we get all these cards. Okay, so for the 27th, on a Sunday, it's going to be the 4 of Cups. And then Monday, the 28th, is going to be Death. Tuesday, the 29th, is the Tower. And Wednesday, the 30th, is the 10 of Cups. Beautiful ending. So let's go back up into that previous week with that Page of Pentacles on the 20th. This is slow moving energy, so it's working towards a goal. It's making sure you aren't taking shortcuts, that you're actually really planning out what you're trying to do, and just understand that it's going to be slow moving. Again, like we said on Monday, this is going to be a theme that is happening throughout the entire month with that 10 of Wands, and it's feeling like a burden that you're doing everything on your own. You don't have to. You can ask for help. And then we have the Hermit that's kind of echoing that aloneness time. But it's also soul searching as well. Well, guys, I'm actually really, really out of time. I'm so sorry. But again, go on to my Instagram, Witch of Boise. Go check out the card of the day. It's in my Instagram stories every single day. If you don't have Instagram, go check me out on Facebook because it does go into my stories on Facebook as well. Just look up Witch of Boise and there I am. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, I'm really sorry that I didn't go through the last couple weeks. But again, just go check me out on Instagram or Facebook. I am also on TikTok. I'm everywhere. So just check that out. If you are interested in a tarot reading with me or having your own personalized monthly tarot forecast or the yearly tarot forecast, go check out my website, witchofboise.com to book. And like I said before, November and December are very, very limited bookings, so I would suggest you book today. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!